Os. Welcome UNLV students to the Shotokan Karate Studies program. By now you should know you've already warmed up, you've gotten the warm-up that you feel your body needs, you're adequate for starting the program this morning. So let's go ahead and get started with our typical, quick, general warm-up. Ready? And Hajime. Ichi. Ni. San. Yon. Go. All right, warmed up good there. Let's turn to the side, bring our heels to our glutes. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and do some high knees as well. Get my workout recorded, here we go. High knees. You can do this slow, just like I'm doing. Again, just bringing your knees up. You can do it fast if you feel like kind of bouncing a little bit, working your calves a little bit. Or if you want to go slow, go slow. And yame. All right, let's come up on our toes, stretching out our calves. And yame. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do some body hip twists. And yame. Good. Arm up, across the side, stretching out our shoulder. Good, other side. Again, don't hold these too long. Just doing dynamic stretches here. Nothing too static, nothing being held for too long. Switching over. Other side. Good. Feet just widen shoulder width. Go down, touch the floor. Go to the right. Back to center. Go to the left. Back to center. All right, make that a little wider. We're gonna go down to the right, turning up on our left heel, stretching out our hamstring. Good, now we're gonna turn to the left in a long front stance. Pushing on the quad here, pushing the knee over the toe. And down to a runner stand, or a runner stretch. Good. Back up. All right, we're gonna do everything to the other side now. Leaning to the left onto the right heel. Toes pointed up. Stretching out your hamstring. All right, let's rotate that all the way around. Good front stance, long, deep, pushing on the quad, pushing the knee out over the toe, getting a good stretch. Transition that into a runner stretch. And come back to center, come back standing. Good. Turn around, fix your gi. Back to me. Yoi. Subirachi. Break. Yoi. Seiza. Dojo-kun. 一つ、人格完成に人を盛ること。一つ、誠の道を守ること。一つと力の精神を養うこと。一つ、礼儀を重んずること。一つ、景気の湯を戒めること。Ready? That's it. よい。すばらしい。Ready? よい。So today's class is beginner class number 6. So in beginner class number 5, we talked about Heian Shodan, your first traditional kata. And we went through and compared Heian Shodan to Takeyoku Shodan, which is your Kihon kata. And we talked about the similarities and how very similar they are, except for 3 major differences. And those 3 major differences were the Tetsui Uchi at the beginning, the Age Ukes instead of punching throughout the center line, and then on the way back, right here at the end, section 5, instead of turning with your Gedan Barai and your Oizuki punches, you're doing Shuto Uke and a Kukutsudachi in a back stance. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and actually let's warm up together with Takeyoku Shodan. So let's do that together. We're going to do it by the numbers, so I will call it, and then we'll do it together at your own pace, and then I'll demonstrate Heian Shodan. And then we'll go through that one together as well. We'll take it section by section. We'll practice Kukutsudachi in back stance and Shuto Uke in back stance. We're going to walk with that a couple of times so that you understand how to transition from right to left. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with Takeyoku Shodan. All right, so this one I'm going to count us through. Ready? Kukutsudachi, right? Yoi. Takeyoku Shodan. And Hajime 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, はい1、2、3、4. Relax, good kime. Return to center. And yame, os. Alright, so you're familiar with this kata, you know this kata, you've done this kata a few times. I wouldn't even say a few times, you've done this kata several times at this point, because you've gone through beginner class number 4, beginner class number 5, and now here we are at 6. So if you've gone through 4 and 5 at least 2 to 3 times and you've done the kata, I would say at least 12 to 15 times. Okay, so let's go through the kata again, now at your own speed and pace. So I'm not going to count it out, we're just going to go through the kata. So Takeyoku Shodan, okay? Ready? Subarachi. Right? Yoi. Alright, so your own speed and pace here. Don't go too slow. It should be a moderate pace, something that you would do in a competition, not something that we're looking for speed and power on. So just good, moderate pace. And Hajime. Hey. and yame, os. All right, so again, this is a kata that we're familiar with. This is our Kihon kata. We're doing Kihon techniques that we're very familiar with. Getem ride down block, oizuki punching, and Zenketsu Sudachi throughout the kata, right? We're very familiar with all of that. So how does Heian Shodan differ, right? So we talked about that before, and the first difference being section 1, we're starting here, our Getem ride down block, our oizuki punch, and then we're turning with our Getem ride down block. Someone has grabbed our wrist, so we're pulling away, this foot shortens, so again, this happens at the same time, all right? So when you pull your wrist away, this foot comes back to your left foot, here. So this is what we call a furudachi. So furudachi is a immovable stance, is what it's called. So again, you're here in Gedan, someone has grabbed our wrist, we're pulling and turning, striking down with that Tetsui-uchi, okay, the hammer fist strike, and then moving forward into oizuki punch. Okay, that's the first difference. That's the big difference that you see at the beginning of Heian Shodan. All right. The other difference compared to Takioku Shodan is right here. Okay, so we've already completed this section. We're looking left. Our Getem ride down block here. Instead of doing 3 oizuki punches, we're doing 3 age-uke rising blocks. That's fairly simple as well. We know this block. We performed this block several times. Let's go through it right now. 3 age-uke rising blocks. Ready? Each. Knee, son, ai. Ki right there at the end. Okay, again, we're familiar with this 270-degree turn from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock with a down block, Getem arai, and hajime. All right, so everything from here to the end of section 4 is the same. Takioku Shodan versus Heian Shodan. Ready? Each, knee, so, shi. 3 oizuki punches. Again, no difference. And hajime, each, ni, so, ai. Ki point right here at the end. So this is where the next big difference comes in, and this is what your homework was, which I asked you to look at several times, is transforming, or sorry, not transforming, but moving, transitioning from that oizuki punch to Kakutsudachi and Shuto-uke. All right, so we looked at it from here. So we're facing 12 o'clock, we're doing that 270-degree turn to 3 o'clock and Kakutsudachi with Shuto-uke. Okay, that was your homework. That is what you're supposed to be working on throughout the last week leading up to this class. So hopefully you've got that down pretty well. All right, so let's work on it together. So I'm going to move forward in Shuto-uke Kakutsudachi. So back stance with knife hand block. All right, so we're going to walk forward. I know we practice this as well. We're here in Shizentai. We're going to step out into Kakutsudachi and Shuto-uke here. And now we're going to walk forward. And we're going to continue in Kakutsudachi. And we're going to continue to throw the knife hand block. So we're here. We step forward. All right, this is our compression, our expansion here. Again, forward, here, forward, here. One more, forward, here. All right, so now we're going to turn. To turn, all right, to turn back the other direction in this drill, all right, it's fairly simple because we're here. We're transitioning our weight from here to this foot and turning. Okay? Here, turn. All right, it's fairly simple. We're just transitioning our weight. I'm turning on the ball of my front foot now. No, the heel. I am turning on the heel of both feet. Okay? So it's the heels. Okay? Back stance is this direction. I'm going to turn on the heels of both feet in a 180. Here. Okay, now I'm here, turn both heels, here. Again, here, here. Let's turn to the side this way. All right, so we're going to Shuto-uke, Kakutsudachi, turn on the heels, here, 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 here. All right. I would show you this way, but really, I'll show you this way anyway, but you're mostly going to see my back over here, here, there, there. Okay. Remember that our Heian hand stays right here at your sternum. That small portion of your hand will be right here at your sternum. Okay, not down here at your belly, not down here at your belt, and not up. All right, so there is a Jodan level Shotokan. That's not what we're looking at today. Jodan level Shotokan is here. This hand is now pointing up. Okay, and it's a much higher level block. That's not what we're doing here today. This is a Shodan level Shotokan, which is what you're going to be doing 90% of the time throughout any kata, is Shotokan, Shodan level. Okay, so again, turn here, Shotokan, Shodan level. So, the end of Heian Shodan. I'm going to show you what the end of Heian Shodan looks like. I'm going to show you from a couple of different angles. So just watch here as I go through this, and then we're going to practice how we make these turns. Because there are 4 Shotokans, and this particular set of Shotokans is used in Heian Nidan, it's used in Kankudai. Those are the only two I can think of right off the top of my head, but this setup, this exact set of 4 Shotokans is used in several other kata. So keep that in mind. This is something you definitely want to learn and definitely want to understand and perfect, because you're going to be using it with higher ranks and higher belt levels. Okay, so we've gone through kata, right? We've gone through section 1, 2, we've gone through section 3. Section 4, we turn here. All right, so this is Heian Shodan. All right, so section 4, we're doing 3 Oizuki punches. 1, 2, 3. Now comes our first Shotokan in Kakutadachi. 270-degree turn to 3 o'clock. Here. Now we're going to do it at a 45-degree angle going there. So we're here, there. Okay, now we're going to go back to our original line here and back to another 45 there. Okay, so it's a Shotokan here, there, there, and there. All right, 4 Shotokans. 1 here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Okay, remember that 45-degree angle that's there. So again, you're here, you're facing 3 o'clock, then you're kind of facing 5 o'clock, okay? Then you're back here, and then to here. Okay, so this would be like 9 o'clock, and that's like 7 o'clock, okay? But this is 12. So 12, you're going to turn to 3, go to 5, go to 9, go to 7, or 8, something like that. Okay, so that's exactly the shape, right, for the end for this particular kata, right? So I'm going to look at you directly and show you how that's going to look. So I'm going to turn my back, because this would be the 3rd Oizuki punch, okay, here, and now I'm going to do my 4 Shotokans. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you come back to center and bow out of kata. Right? So, same ending, right? As far as you're going to come back to kata, you always are going to come back to that same spot. This is where we started the kata. This is where you're going to end the kata. So again, after that 4th Shotokan, you're back here and you bow out. So again, in my opinion, this is the biggest difference between the 2 kata, Takioku Shodan and Heian Shodan, because this is something brand new. It's the first time you're ever transitioning to a different stance and another block besides the Ageuke. We're familiar with Ageuke, right? We know this block. We've done this block from the very beginning. Shotokan is a different animal because it's done in a different stance. Okay, so to me, this is the biggest difference in the 2 kata are this section 5. Right, because section 5 for Takioku Shodan is a repeat of section 1, which is a repeat of section 3, and for Heian Shodan, it's completely different. It's not like anything you've done up to this point. It's not even part, you don't even repeat this at all. It is a brand new section of the kata. Okay? So, let's walk through this stance. All right, so we're here in Shizentai. We're going to step out into Shotokan, Kakotsudachi, and Hajime. All right, so let's go slow here. I'll count these out for you. So remember, compression and expansion. So each, compress, knee, expand. And again, each, knee, compression, expansion. Ready? Each, compress, knee, expand. Turn on the balls of your feet. There. And again, ready? Each, knee, each, knee, each, knee, and turn, yame, pulse. Okay, so do you see how that works? How you're actually making those steps? And what are my hands doing? What's the difference? What are my hands doing with these turns? You see me marking my target. All right, I want you to do that as well, because as we discussed in the previous class, you can do a lot with marking your target. It can be a grab, right, as you pull someone in close and then execute the Shotokan. Again, that could be throwing someone across your leg. It's easy to actually put into practice if you actually mark your target that way. All right. If you get way more advanced and you decide that marking your target makes no sense, it doesn't look good for what you're trying to do, don't mark your target. Okay. But you'll see me in Heian Shodan. Typically, I'll mark target. All right. So let's walk through this again. I'm going to go to this side. We're going to walk in this direction. Ready? Shizentai. Yoi. Stepping out into Kakutsudachi, Shotokan, and Hajime. All right. Ready? Each, knee, each, knee, each, knee, each, knee, turn, each, knee, each, knee, each, knee, each, knee, turn. Yummy? All right. So, I think you're picking it up, right? I hope that you're picking it up. If not, just rewind the video just a few minutes and go over those 2 Kihon drills. Go over them several times until you feel really comfortable with the fact that you're able to walk, moving forward, do a good turn, and continue walking going forward. Okay? Again, this is fairly simple with what we're doing with our hands because we're here. Whenever you transition from left to right, your right hand's going to come up to your ear and then slam that door. Okay, slamming that door with your back, the back of your hand. Again, left comes up, slams that back door. Hikite hand draws across your body and comes into the resting point right here at your sternum. Okay? All right, I think we've got that. Let's go through that. This time I'm not going to count it as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3. All right, just to get through the actual drill at a slightly faster pace. Okay? So we're here in Shizentai. Stepping out in Kakutsudachi, Shotokan, and Hajime. Ready? Each, knee, some, young, turn, each, knee, some, young, and turn, yame. All right, hopefully that wasn't too fast for you. Okay, we'll do it again. I'll go a little bit slower. So again, moving in this direction, standing in Shizentai, Yoi, and Hajime. Ready. Each, knee, son, young, turn, each, knee, Son. Young. Turn. Yummy. Os. All right. All right, so that's Shotokan Kutsudachi. All right, you've seen the end of Heian Shodan, right? You've seen me actually make the turns from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, to 5 o'clock, to 9 o'clock, to 7, 8 o'clock, right? Let's call it, I guess we have to call it 7, right? Because we did 3, 4, 5, 9, 8, 7. So we're gonna call it 5 and 7. Okay, so turning from 12 to 3, to 5, to 9, to 7. Okay? Hopefully you got that. All right, think through that again. All right, I'll put it down here at the bottom of the screen so you can see it. From 12 to 3, to 5, to 9, to 7. 12, 3, 5, 9, 7. All right, let's walk through it. Okay, so I'll do it in the traditional way that you see me do kata. So I'll come this way. So we'll start here with our gate right down block. We'll step through this last section of kata, so section 4, all right? And then we'll practice section 5 together. Okay, so I'll count it out for us. So we're gonna go through from here. So we're in Chizentai, the step out of the gate right kumite. 3 oizuki punches. This is section 4 of the kata. Ready? Hajime. 1, 2, 3. All right, now here comes your turn. Ready? Each. It's 3 o'clock. Knee is 5 o'clock. Knee. Son is 9 o'clock. Son. Young is 7 o'clock. Young. Good kime. Relax. Turn. And you're done. All right, so let's go through that a couple of times. I'll do it from a couple of different angles as well, so because I want you to see what I'm doing with my hands. You pretty much know what we're doing with our feet, right? Because it's fairly simple. If we're moving here, instead of walking forward a full step, we're walking to this 5 o'clock position, right? So we're here, and we're just going from here to there. Okay, typically we would go from here to here, okay, but instead we're going from here to there. So here to there. Okay, so it's not very difficult to make that transition. The more difficult transition is from here to the 180, or not the 180, but from the 5 o'clock, right, that we discussed, to the 9 o'clock. So back here. Okay, so on this foot, you're turning on the heel of your foot again, and just making that rotation. So this foot, your right foot, has to make the bigger move. It has to actually make a step. Whereas with your left foot, you're just turning on the ball of your foot, or the heel of your foot. So here to there. Okay, here to there. All right. Hopefully, I think that's a really good angle. So let's do it. I'm going to turn this way. Okay, so this would be our 5 o'clock. And now we're transitioning to the 9 o'clock. So pushing off this foot here to there. All right, again, here. You can do this slow. We can do this by the numbers. So let's do it that way. All right, so here, compress and expand. All right, fairly straightforward, fairly simple there, right? Okay, we do it go in this direction. So we're here. Okay, compress, expand. All right, kind of lock in again. You know where your turns are, right? If this is a straight line, so if you're on this line and you've done your Shotokan here, and you know you're going in this direction for the next one, you're just stepping back to that line for here, okay? This foot is back on that line. And then for this one, you're just going out to that 7 o'clock position to there. Okay, so the transitions aren't big. They're not. It's not a big jump or a large leap to make that transition from each kukutsudachi, each shuto-uke technique, right? Because everything's a straight line. Okay, my heel is here and here for this. This foot staying on the line, right? My left foot, as I just transition to here, my left foot stays on the line and just turns. My right foot returns to the line here, and then this foot stays on the line as I transition to here. Okay, think about that line. You could actually take painter's tape and actually lay it down and say, okay, this is my line, this is my 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. I'm just coming off of it to 5, I'm coming off of it to 7. And easily make that transition. Okay, so it's something that I would recommend. I actually have done that before, putting just painter's tape, masking tape onto the floor and marking, okay, knowing, okay, this is where I am. Okay, now I'm going to there, going back to the tape here, and going there. Okay, so again, always think about closing that door. Okay, your hand comes up, basically covering your ear, and then closing that door. Same thing with the other hand. Okay, here to here and here to here. And your draw hand, your hikite hand, again would be pulling someone in. Grabbing the end of their gi, okay, grabbing this portion of their gi, pulling, pushing as you step across and dump them across your leg, something like that. But also, just simply a block, right? If I'm charging at you with uizuki punches, I can block, block, and block. Okay, I'm moving back, I'm keeping distance, right? Because I'm in a back stance, I'm not coming forward, right? So I'm not in here, I'm not blocking here and here and here, which I could do, right? It still makes sense. Still blocking incoming punches as they come to me. I'm just creating a little bit more distance from me and my opponent. I'm here and there, okay? I'm creating a little bit more distance between me and my opponent. It's just something to think about, because you could transition from this to this, okay? That still makes sense. Maybe you realize, wow, he's really close at this point, so I'm going to create more distance here. Instead of being really close right up on him and blocking that, I'm going to create some distance with that shuto, okay? Something to think about, right? Just something to kind of put into the aspect of the real world, right? A bunkai type situation. Where am I going to use shuto-uke as opposed to uchi-uke? Okay, the stances are going to be completely different. And why you do that. So being closer to your opponent versus being further away from your opponent. Your weight transition, right? The weight shifts from here to here, right? Here to there. All right, there's a difference in where your weight is. And maybe how you're setting up your next technique. Again, just something to think about there. All right, so let's go ahead and practice this. All right, let's go through Heian Shodan. I'm going to go through it by the numbers. All right, so listen for my count. We're going to go through it twice by the numbers. All right, then I'm going to let you go through it at your own speed and pace. Then we're going to come back to practicing this last section again. Okay, just until I feel like we have it down pretty well. All right, so let's start here. We're in Shizentai. Again, notice your starting point. All right, I always notice my starting point right here on this particular square. This square is right behind this one. Let's see where we end. All right, so we're here. Let's go through protocol. Ready? Yodachi, sudachi, rei, yoi. Heian Shodan. And hajime. Ich, ni, son, yon, go. Rock, six, hachi, kyu, ai, yu, ichi, ni, son, yon, ichi, ni, son, ai, ichi, ni, son, yon. Relax, good kime. Yame. Bow. Yoi. Let's look at where I am. Started here. I ended here. Okay. You should be, again, within 1 to 2 feet of your starting point with this kata. Okay. Very good. Hopefully that worked well for you. You saw me make a mistake here at the beginning. You're going to make that mistake. You're going to be thinking about Takioku Shodan. This is easy. I know this. This is easy. I got this. When you're doing Heian Shodan, and instead of doing an up block, you're going to do a punch. Okay. It's going to happen. All right. So don't be too discouraged if that happens. Start over. Recognize you made a mistake. Start over, or carry on and try to just correct yourself from there. All right. Same kata again. This time we're going to count it again. Ready? Yoi. Sugurachi. Ready. Yoi. Heian Shodan. Hajime. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good kime. And yame. Os. Good starting position, good finishing position. All right. Hopefully that one worked well for you. Tried to go a little slow. Again, the big thing being these 4 Shotokan at the end. All right. I know it's going to be difficult to get into and to remember and to begin that transition, right? Transitioning from that 12, 3, 5, 9, 7, right? So let's just work on that one section again, just a few times, and then we'll work on the kata by ourselves at our own speed and pace, right? So let's go again from here. All right, in Shizentai, stepping out into Geto Upright Kumite on my command. Ready? Hajime. Ai. And 1, 2, 3, 4 Shotokan. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And back. All right. I'm going to come to you this time. This time my back will be turned to you when I do these 4 Shotokan. Again, I just want you to notice hand position here. What am I doing with my hands? All right. So I'm going to back up as much as I can so that I'm as much in frame as possible when I start those 4 Shotokan. So Shizentai, and stepping out of the Geto Upright on my command. Ready? Geto Upright Kumite. 3 Oizuki punches, and then our 4 Shotokan. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4 Shotokan. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yame. All right. So again, hopefully you can see what's happening there. This time I'm going to walk away from you and do the same thing. So same drill, different angle. Okay? Ready? And stepping in again, right kumite on my command. Ready? Get right kumite. And hajime. 1, 2, 3. 4 shoot those. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And Kame. Os. All right, so another great drill. Just carrying on from section 4 to section 5 of Heian Shodan. A great drill because you're practicing your Oizuki punches and you're practicing that 270-degree turn to get into those 4 Shotokan that are at various angles. Okay, great drill. You don't have to go through the entire kata every time, but just setting yourself up, okay, for those three punches, your ki point, and then your 4 shutokes. All right. So again, a really good drill for you to practice. Rewind that section, do it over and over and over if you'd like, until you really feel that you have it down, until you really feel that it's second nature to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, because again, you're going to notice this in other kata. That exact same pattern, that same, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock. All right, you're going to notice it again, and the very next kata that we learned, not Takioku Nidan, but Heian Nidan. All right, that's a part of the kata. So, again, make sure you have that down. All right, so let's go through the kata Heian Shodan. Let's go through it 4 more times. All right, by the numbers, by yourself, by the numbers, and by yourself. All right, ready? Let's come here in Shizentai. Yodachi, Sudachi, Rei, Yoi. Heian Shodan. And Hajime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. いいよね。Yodachi, Sudachi, Rei, and Yoi. Pulse. Alright, don't go far. This time I want you to do it at your own speed and pace. Alright, don't rush through this, but don't go so slow that you're actually going slower than what we did just now. Alright, go through it at a moderate pace. Try to pick up your speed. Try to understand each technique before you get to the technique. Okay, ready? Protocol. Sudachi, Rei, Yoi. Heian Shodan, your own speed and pace. Hajime. Hey. Hey. Give you a few seconds to finish your kata. And yame, os. All right. Again, hopefully you picked up on some things you may need to work on. All right, some weaknesses in your kata. We know Takioku Shodan. So I know where I think I know where you don't have weaknesses. All right. Section 3, section 4. A lot of you may forget the hammer fist here, okay? That's simple to fix, okay? The punch here, gate on here. A lot of you may have trouble remembering that these are not 3 punches, that it's 3 agayukes. That's an easy fix, okay? So again, these are little things that you can tweak. The big thing, section 5, I know you're not forgetting it because you're probably worried about it the entire time as you go through the kata and you get to this section, you're thinking, okay, here we go. I gotta get this right. So I know you're thinking about that, all right? Don't think about it till you get there. Think about each section as it comes, all right? So again, this section, you know, the block, the Tetsui Uchi, the punch. Think about that as you're going through it. Turning for gate on right down block. Stop, think. What's next? 3 agayuke rising blocks. Complete those. Ki point at the end. You know this section. You turn with your Gedan right down block, your Oizuki punch. You turn it back with that Gedan right down block, your Oizuki punch. Turning back with that Gedan right down block. Pause. Move forward with your 3 Oizuki punches. Ki here at the end. And now think about those 4 shutos that are coming. Okay? That ki point gives you that pause to think about the next technique. The next technique is 4 in a row of the same technique. Those 4 shutokes, right? Closing that door with the back of your hand. Closing that door with the back of your hand. Closing that door again with the back of your hand. And closing that door for the final time. Drawing in with your kime. Drawing in with that hand as it comes across and lands here at your sternum. All right? Let's go through it again by the numbers. Listen to me. Ready? Shizentai. Misurachi. Ready? Yoi. Heian Shodan. And Hajime. Each. Ni. Some. Yum. Go. Roku. Each. Ni. Some. Ready. Each. Ni. Some. Shi. Go. Each. Ni. Some. Each. Ni. Some. Yum. Yame. Pulse. All right. So we took it slower that time. Again, by the numbers, you're listening to me for your cadence and properly getting through the kata at a proper speed and a moderate pace. All right. Now you're going to do it again at your own speed and pace. Again, think about the kata. Think about how fast or slow you need to go. You don't have to go as fast as I was just going if that's too fast. If you want to slow it down, slow it down. If I was going too slow and you want to try to pick up your speed, pick up your speed. Okay? This time is your own speed and pace. Ready? Yoi. Misurachi. Ready? Yoi. Ready? Your own speed and pace. Heian Shodan. Hajime. Minutes, a few seconds for you to finish. Yame, os. All right. So again, that was your own speed, your own pace. All right. Hopefully that worked out good for you. That worked out to a point where you understand the technique as it's coming. You're thinking about the technique before you get there, and you're not thinking too far ahead. Okay. When you're here and you're doing that Tetsuiuchi, you're not thinking, all right, I gotta do those 4 Kukutsudachi at the end and Shutouke. All right, you're thinking about each technique before it happens. You're thinking about someone attacking you, right? That Oizuki punch. Someone's coming. Block. They're throwing a punch to my face. I'm gonna step in and block it. Another punch. I'm gonna step in and block it. Another punch. Step in and block. Someone's coming from this direction. I'm gonna turn and throw that block from that kick that's coming in. And then I'm going to punch them. And then there's another kick that's coming in from this direction. I'm going to turn and block it. Thinking about each technique as it comes. All right? Don't get too far ahead of yourself. All right? So when I did that kata just now at my own speed and pace, I did it with a little bit of speed and power. All right? I want you to do it the same. This time I want you to go with speed and power. Your own pace still, but I want you to go with speed and power. I want you to think about an opponent. I want you to think about an aggressor, and you are taking on that opponent using this particular kata. Now there's more than one opponent. There's always more than one opponent with your kata. Okay? With each time that you're changing direction, you're typically taking on a new opponent. Okay? So this is opponent here, there's someone here. And then someone coming from here as you back them up. Okay? Then there's someone coming from here as you back them up. And then someone from here as you back them up. And now you're re-attacking coming back in this direction. Okay? Then there's an attacker over here that you're blocking and blocking, and an attacker coming from here that you're blocking and blocking. Okay? So, multiple attackers. Okay? Or the same people popping up in different spaces. Alright? Ready? Speed and power is important here. Speed and power is important here. Okay? Ready? So when I say that, and just to reiterate, when I say that, throw your punches. Okay? These should be hard. These should not just be oizuki. Okay? Block. Block. Throw that block. Okay? Redirect that force that's coming. That gate arm right down block should block. Right? It shouldn't just be there. Okay? Everything should be locked in. Power. Show speed and power as if you were taking on an opponent. Right? Alright, I've harped on that enough. Ready? Yoi! Misubirachi. Ready? Yoi! Alright, speed and power. Your own pace. Heian Shodan! Hajime! Oi! Few seconds for you to finish. Enyame. Os. Alright. Come back to center here. Hopefully you got a lot out of the class. Hopefully you now understand and are able to get through the kata Heian Shodan, your first traditional kata. Alright, let's step into Seiza. Ready? Yoi! Subirachi. Ready? Yoi! And Seiza. Alright, you know what we're going to meditate on here? Go through the kata. Go through the kata Heian Shodan at a moderate pace, remembering each technique, remembering your footwork, and go. Mokuso yame, zensen yore. And tate. Subirachi. Right. Yoi. Os. Alright. Thank you all for joining me for this beginner class. Hopefully you got a lot out of it. Hopefully you've now learned and you understand fully the kata Heian Shodan. If you have questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll try my best to respond and get back to you. Again, if you want to reach out to me personally, you can reach out to me at the website shotokanuniversityonline.com.